All right, let's jump right in. We're talking about something really cool today, a tool called AksharaTantra, and its whole mission is to take these incredible ancient texts and bring them into the digital age where we can all access them. But that right there, that's the big question, isn't it? I mean, how do you even begin to do that? You've got these fragile, ancient manuscripts, centuries of wisdom locked away in these super intricate scripts. How do you make sure they're not only accessible, but also safe for generations to come? It's a way bigger challenge than you might think. And when you really start to peel back the layers, the problem just gets trickier. We're not just talking about scanning a page from a modern book. No way. You're trying to decipher these incredibly diverse and complex scripts. Sometimes they have unique markings, like Vedic pitch accents, which are absolutely essential to the meaning. And then there's just the sheer volume of it all. I mean, imagine processing hundreds and hundreds of pages. It's a huge undertaking. Plus, you've got to worry about keeping your research private, and you're always battling to get the text extraction just right. This is the stuff that scholars and archivists are up against every single day. So, what if there was a tool built from the ground up to tackle all of these problems head on? Well, there is. It's called AksharaTantra, and we're about to dive in to what makes it so special. So, what exactly is this thing? Well, think of AksharaTantra as this super powerful platform that does all its magic right inside your web browser. It uses something called OCR, you've probably heard of it, optical character recognition, to basically read the text from an image. But here's the kicker. It's not just any OCR, it's built specifically for these tricky traditional scripts, even those complex Vedic markings. The end goal? To let you create entire digital books from physical copies. Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. Let's look at the core principles behind it. First and foremost, privacy. Everything, and I mean everything, happens on your computer. Your data never gets uploaded to a server somewhere. For researchers working with rare texts, that's a massive deal. Then there's accuracy. It's powered by this special internal engine called Rajatantra, which is all about speed and precision. And finally, it's mastery of languages, which is so incredible we've got to talk about it next. And yeah, when they say multilingual, they are not kidding. We're talking over 34 languages. This includes some really complex scripts like Telugu, Sanskrit, and Hindi, right alongside English. That kind of range is what makes this tool such a game changer for so many different people. All right, so how does it actually work? How does it read something that looks, well, unreadable to most of us? Let's walk through the main OCR process. Honestly, it's shockingly simple. You just grab your scanned image, a page from a manuscript, whatever, and you upload it. The Rajatantra engine is so smart, it just figures out the language and pulls the text right out. And boom, right there on your screen. You can review it, clean it up, make edits. It takes this hugely complicated task and breaks it down into 3 easy steps. That's it. But okay, that's just the beginning. The simple OCR is amazing, but where AksharaTantra really shines is in its specialized features. This is the stuff that makes it an absolute powerhouse for scholars. And this is a really important point to get. This isn't just some generic, off-the-shelf OCR tool. Not at all. It was built from the ground up with one purpose in mind: to handle the very specific, very unique challenges you find in historical and religious texts. And you're about to see just what I mean. Okay, for example, look at how it handles Vedic texts. For a scholar, those little markings for high and low pitch, they aren't just decoration. They are absolutely critical to the meaning of the text. And this tool nails it with incredible precision. It even has tools for complex grammar rules like Sandhi, all to make sure that the digital version is as faithful to the original source as humanly possible. So what happens when you're not just doing one page, but an entire book? This is where the bulk OCR engine is just a lifesaver. You can literally dump hundreds of pages in at once, let it do its thing, and then you get this beautiful interface where you can manage everything. Reorder pages, edit text, get rid of a bad scan. It's all designed to help you build a full digital manuscript from start to finish. Of course, once the text is pulled out, the job isn't quite done, right? You need to clean it up. And that's where these integrated tools come in. With just one click, you can fix wonky spacing, get rid of that digital noise you see on old scans, and make sure all the characters are consistent. It even gives you suggestions for potential mistakes. It's all about putting the power in your hands to create a really clean, really accurate digital text. Okay, so you've done all the hard work. You've scanned, you've extracted, you've cleaned everything up. Now what? How do you actually use this stuff? That's where we get into output and accessibility. And you've got a ton of options. You can export it as a simple HTML file for a website, sure. But the really crucial part for scholars is that you can export to formats like EPUB for an e-reader or JSON for data analysis. And those formats preserve those critical Vedic marks. That is huge. It means all that careful work you did isn't lost. You get a perfect digital copy with all the important details intact. And maybe the best part of all, AksharaTantra is what's called a progressive web app, or PWA. Now, what that means for you is that you can basically install it right on your phone, your tablet, your desktop, whatever you use. And get this, it works completely offline. So you could be on a plane, in a library with spotty Wi-Fi. Doesn't matter. And because it's always on your device, it reinforces that core principle. Your research stays private, always. This quote from the creator, Sandeep Mariala, I think it just sums it all up perfectly. This isn't just another piece of software. It's a tool that was clearly built with a real passion and a real mission to help people who are working with these incredibly important texts. You can just feel that dedication in every feature. So let's just leave you with this one final thought. A tool like this, it does so much more than just turn pictures into words. It opens doors to the past. So the real question is, if we can now digitize any text, no matter how old or complex, with this kind of privacy and this kind of precision, what lost knowledge is out there? Just waiting for us to rediscover.